In this video, I'm going to show you my top 5 ways that I scent my home, and maybe you can get some ideas of how to scent your home as well. If you're interested in this type of content, please stay tuned. Hi guys, my name is Mika, and here I do all things fragrance. If you are a returning subscriber or viewer, welcome back. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Here I do fragrance reviews, and today I'm going to show you what I use to scent my home. For many of us fragrance lovers, we often extend our love for fragrance and our olfactory journey to not just perfumes, but to scent our homes as well. Whether it be candles or diffusers, we normally like to extend our love for fragrance beyond our perfume tray. I love scenting my home because I love walking into a room and just getting the whiff of the air and something so beautiful. Scenting your home can set your mood. It sets the tone of your day. And so many of us have different scents for morning, afternoon, and our nightcap. Just like perfumes, I look for the same type of consistency with my home scenting. I look for the type of mood I'm looking for, and I'm also looking for the throw. In the perfume world, we normally say the sillage, but normally with candles, things like that, it would be the throw. And I'm also looking for the longevity. Am I getting my money's worth? There are tons and tons of options out there. So let's just begin with my top 5. Top 5 would be your foundation, which is having clean air. I have 2 purifiers. I'll show them in the description, and they are large room purifiers. Because I have a multi-level home, I have a purifier on each level, and I also lay my foundation with plants. Those of you who are not aware, plants clean the air and they purify the air. So that's my foundation. That's number 1 for me, which is having clean air and making sure that my rooms are clean. I don't have anything that would be obtrusive or have an odor, such as dishes, dirty dishes, or even having the remnants of cooking. So I try to make sure that I have a clean foundation. Number 2 would be my Era. So this is what the Era looks like. I have a couple of these in my home, and they plug into the wall. They have basically a power button right here, and as you can see, you have the different intensities. So the intensity goes from minus to plus, and then you're able to eject the capsule, which by pressing this button here. Speaking of capsules, this is one of the reasons that I love Era, is because you get to choose from a fragrance library that this company offers that is so beautiful. One of my favorite would be the capsule Poetry, and I stayed clear from this because it says suede and violet leaves. So I'm not a big fan of leather, I'm not a big fan of oud. And I was actually reading the reviews, and one of the reviewers talked about how it was like going into a beautiful lounge with dark furniture. The lights were turned down low and there were candles burning, and she was setting the ambiance, and I was so intrigued by what I thought would be a great fragrance for me, because I try not to have the home smelling too feminine, because I do share it with my husband. So I try to have fragrances that are unisex. I also like woody fragrances, and I just think that is rejuvenating for me. So let's open up one of the capsules. And this is what it looks like when you get them. And it has the plug on top, and then it also has a plug at the bottom. And you basically insert it into the unit. The Era unit is, I do believe, can be a little pricey for some. I do think that the benefits outweighs the cost, mainly because it has an app that I can set the schedule. I can set the intensity, whether I want it to be subtle, the fragrance to be loud or to be subtle. And you can also set when you want it to come on, what time of the day. So that way you're not scenting your home when you're away or at work or on vacation. So that was one of the things that I really liked about this particular unit. And I had to weigh the cost versus the benefit, and I love the functionality of it, and that's why I chose to have multiple for my home. And another fragrance that I actually love too is Mediterranean Jasmine. I don't have the capsule here, but another fragrance that I really love from Era is anything that is spa-like. Especially in the spring and summer, I like to have fragrances that smell like a spa. And then in the fall and winter, I get more of the cozy, thicker fragrances. So that is number 2. So the third thing that I like to fragrance the home with is diffusers, which one of my favorite is the brand Vitruvi. I have a couple of these, and I just like also the shape of the diffuser. It gives you the option to do 4 hours, 8 hours, and then it also has a light. And the way I use my diffusers, if you go into TJ Maxx or Marshalls and you see the reed and the oil for the reeds, I actually like to purchase those, and I'll fill my diffuser halfway with water, and then the other half I'll use the liquid from the reed diffusers. One of the things that I like for my diffusers is using the reed diffuser oil. I use that over the essential oil drops. I just find that you get a lot more options with the different choices that you have with the different reeds versus the drops, the essential oil drops. But when it comes to the drops, I actually like this brand here. It's by Aroma. And this one is called Santal. And if you are a fan of Santal 33, it smells identical to that perfume. And to me, this just gives my home that spa-like feel. This goes a long way. It's a little pricey, but it does go a long way. You only need a couple of drops in your diffuser. So I will fill the diffuser up, and then I will do maybe about 5 to 6 drops of this Aroma oil blend. And I believe I got this on Amazon. So that's what I use for my diffusers. And I usually set my diffusers for 8 hours continuous, so that way I'm not having to continue press and play throughout the day. And normally I just have to reset it like once or twice. And then the fourth option that I use to scent my home is Pura. So I actually learned about Pura when I was reading the reviews for the Era, and a lot of people talked about the cost of Era and how Pura was much more cost effective. And there are some rooms in my home that I want to scent, but I don't want to pay the cost of the Era and the capsules because it is pricey. So I decided to try Pura as an option. And when you open it up here, you have the different capsules, and I actually have a subscription with Pura, and these come every 30 days, and I get to pick which fragrance I want. And as you can see, this one is called Home Office, and then the other one is called Summer by the Lake. They look like this when they come to you, so they're in a box, and when you open up the box, The little capsule looks like this, and you actually scan the back of it, and just like the Air, you can set this on different schedules, or you can have it for continuous. And this one is called Sweet Grace. So in these particular rooms, I like for the fragrance to be subtle and just not loud and obnoxious. So I try to choose fragrances that align with the diffuser oil or the Air scenting that I have, so that way my scents are consistent across the home, and you're not getting, you know, flowers in this room or you're getting wood in another room. I try to have some type of theme. And these last about 30 days, whereas the Eras, these capsules last about 60 days. You can actually stretch it depending on the intensity that you set for your machine. And if you have it set to low, you could probably get 3 months out of these capsules. But with these, I literally get about 30 days. I can stretch it to about 45 days. And then number 5 would be the candles. Candles was the first thing that I could afford when I got into fragrance, and that started my scent journey. I do like Bath and Body Works candles. A lot of people poo-poo on Bath and Body Works candles, but I actually like some of them. I do stock up when I see the candle sale, and one of my favorites here is called Sweater Weather, especially for this time of season. And if there was a better way that these candles burned, maybe if they were soy, I think this would be top on my list, but I just don't like the way that the candle burns and you have the soot. But I do like the throw that Bath and Body Works candles have. I do think that they are cost effective. I really like the price of these candles compared to the other options that I shared earlier. And for me, the candle really just sets the ambiance. You know, to be able to go into a room and the lights are dimmed and then you have the light from the candle. But much of my scenting does come from the Air capsules as well as the diffuser oils. I don't use the candle for scenting the home that much. I really use the candle for the ambiance. And one of the other options that I like is this candle here by Balmori. It is kind of pricey, but this candle, you only have to light it for maybe about 20 minutes, and that 20 minutes goes for hours. I can actually smell this candle without it even being lit. So it is pricey, but it's well worth the money. I got this from Saks Fifth Avenue, and you can also order it online, but it's called Balmori, and I'll show you here. The little jar is beautiful, and it has a gold top that I also like the aesthetics. I like the aesthetics of the jar. Alright guys, so that's it. Those are my top 5 ways that I scent my home. So what I'd like for you to do is tell me in the comment section, how do you scent your home? And give me some new options, and maybe it's something out there that I haven't learned about. And if you have already subscribed, I do want to say thank you. And if you haven't, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If this is the type of content that you enjoy, I will continue to deliver. Just don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Thank you guys, and I'll see you later.